So this is the Xanadu site, and you see it gives you a number of options: sports site, music site, travel site, business site, news site, customize your own site. Now, when I started, I thought, news site, that looks very useful. But in fact, I found it wasn't, and then I'll be better off starting and customizing my own site, because in fact, building a site on Xanadu is very straightforward. The problems with this news site were several. First of all, the logo, when I looked at it, was dreadful. It's got this infill of colour in the background, which is very murky. And also, while it's set up particular pages, breaking news, international news, and so on, and because I was creating a hyper-local site, obviously that wasn't appropriate. And I thought, I can just rename these. But in fact, on the index, the preset index of pages, I couldn't rename things, so it got incredibly confusing. So anyway, I had to scrap that and start again. So basically, customize your own, click on that, and here we see the OpenLaslo software loading. Now, on the left here, or rather on the right, is a preview. This is a preview. Anything that you do in this area here will be previewed over on this mobile. You'll notice this is not an iPhone or anything with a large screen. It's a pretty bog standard mobile. So in fact, what you see there can look quite disjointed. It's probably a good test, because that's the worst your site's going to look. It's going to look a lot better on an iPhone or another modern smartphone. Anyway, there's various things we can do here. As you see, it says we can create a new page, I can open a page, I can delete a page, I can save my sites, and I can do things. I can add widgets. Widgets we'll come to later. Add a video. Yeah, great. You can add images. You can add prearranged content. You can also add RSS feeds to any one of your pages, and that opens up all kinds of opportunities. So the page that they've started us at is the home page. That's the only one that exists at the moment. Okay, so I'm creating a logo for my mobile site. I'm doing this on a software called Picnic. Picnic enables you to upload any image, mess around with it, which I've done here. I've given it heat map treatment, add text to it, then export it. So let's add a bit more text. News W13 is the name of my mobile site. I'm going to add a tagline to that, which is your area on your mobile. Your area on your mobile. Add that, reduce the size, move that around. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably big enough to be seen. And then I can save and share that. Screen grab 2, because I've made a couple of versions. And there we go, there's my logo all sorted, and I can upload that now into the software I'm building my site. So I click there and I get a new division. Then I go over here and it says add image. So I want to add an image. I'm going to browse and I'm going to find that image. There it is. Now if I want to see it in the preview, I have to click on save the site. The image is not entirely shown here. What it does say here is scale image. Now, scale image to match phone screen, yes, which is on. So hopefully, although that's not showing absolutely perfectly in my preview, when I get to check it on various phones, it will work. I'm going to trust the site for now. Now I can add other elements, other units here, and obviously there's stuff I want to put onto this site. Quick word about this logo. Now I can see it on the scale, and particularly here on the example, it's pretty blurry, particularly your area on your mobile is not really working very well. So I'm going to go back in and change that. I might just turn it to black text. I'll have a look and see what works best. I've also added in here some information. As this is my landing page, what I want this to be principally is a quick way for people to go to find out what they want. So I've got a brief sentence of introduction and some quick links, and I've worked out these are the links that I want: latest news, cops and court, council, fix my street, gigs and events, eating out, views, offers, on location, because a lot of movies historically have been filmed in this area, it being the home of Ealing Studios and the Ealing Comedies, and I want to make that a feature. I think that'll be popular. And feedback. So to create each of these pages, each time I've gone up to new page, I've created a page which I create, which takes me back to the home page. I've given it a title, and then rather laboriously I've had to link it. I've had to, on each of the pages I create, have a link there, and then each of those pages has to have a link directed to it here. The XXX's, what I intend to do with this is to basically have the latest headline there. What I'm also going to do with this, one of the facilities that I think is very good with Xanadu, is that in each of these pages I can put in an RSS feed. So for instance, if I go to one of these pages that I've created, for instance, Fix My Street. Now Fix My Street is a site which people can report problems in their area, from litter to vandalism to potholes in the street and so on. What I discovered at Fix My Street is that they have a range of RSS feeds and you can localize them. So I was able to pick up a feed, typing in the postcode that I want to cover, and then decide whether I wanted information within 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers, and I think I set it to 5 kilometers to cover the W13 area. So I can actually ensure that I get all the feed. That particular specific feed will come to this dedicated mobile site. Incidentally, I found free pictures through Google Images, and I've uploaded those just to try and make the thing look a bit more interesting. And I set my RSS feed, so it's going to give me I think it's the 4 latest headlines. So here's what it looks like. I've got my image, latest local problems reported by users. I'm not overjoyed by the colours here, but that appears to be a facet of the RSS feed that I'm feeding off, so I can't do much about that. But there we go, green bag of council rubbish, 31st May, there's a full green bag of rubbish at this location, etc, etc. I can click to get the complete story, and so on. I've also looked for feeds in other areas. So for instance, in my breaking news, I've got a feed from a local newspaper. Now I'm probably going to add a picture there because it looks a bit bald at the moment, but here's the page, and what I'm getting is a range of stories and headlines. I've taken this from the Ealing Times. Man stabbed in Hanwell, that's just up the road. So I get my headline, I get my rather ugly green intro, and I get a link to the complete story. So already what I'm doing is building a lot of content by pulling in feeds which are appropriate to the area. And as I say, that's one of the reasons I picked Xanadu for this demonstration. It's because it gives you that flexibility. I can also add video. I can upload videos from YouTube, so if I've created a video and I've got it on my YouTube channel, I can do that. I can also find other videos. Okay, so I've had another look at that logo. Black type looks a lot better, so I'm happy with that now. So that's that problem sorted. Is that widget facility, add widgets. Got some options here. Guest book, email me, feedback, call me, and RSS. Now I've already added a couple to my home page. I added 2 here. Email us or leave your number and we'll call you. So what I'm hoping to do is make it immediately apparent that I do want this area to be something which local people engage with. The other widget there is the RSS feed. So here we go. Include an external RSS feed as content on your page, and all you need to do is to find the URL for that feed, paste it in there, and that will come up in the page. And that's exactly what I've done on a couple of pages already.